Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, this is the weekly, well I say weekly, it's every 7 to 10 days painting video where I paint a model from, it's been undercoated, clean glued undercoated, and I paint it from there, or I paint a model that's, I've gone halfway through it and put it down for whatever reason. These are these videos. So guys, if you're new here, sit back, enjoy, this is a nice relaxing video. If you're a regular here guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a second guys. Right, so this week I've decided I'm on holiday next week. Okay, I'm not going anywhere, so what I'm thinking is of just sorting this whole table out. So I want to have a painting area this side and the other side for, cleaning and gluing models together and, storing my pile of shame and all that sort of business. So this should be hopefully the last video where I'm cramped in this little corner here. So there is a lot of models on the table that need finishing. I mean, there's a Space Marine Rhino there. All that needs is a bit of silver work done to it. Just sitting there. But anyway, this week's video, this week's model. This is a Carnivore. Okay, GW used to, for the Beastman army, GW used to, they printed, Beastman could have marks of the gods before. So the Bestigor could have marks of the gods, and you had Carnivore, Zensigor, Sneshigor, and Pestigor. But what they done when they rebranded it, I think for 7th or 8th, they took the marks away, so they weren't allowed to have marks. So they already printed these models. As you see, it's a Carnivore model. It's absolutely Carnivore standard, absolutely brilliant model. Yeah. Now, all I've done on this model, obviously I've undercoated it. I painted the silver, look with my thumb, you see the silver on the chainmail and on the chain up here. Some Screaming Skull on the skulls, and I painted some brown. That's I forget what the colour that is, but that's the leopard brown on the flag, on the banner there. Okay, and I've obviously solution job the base. So what I'm going to do in this video is just finish this bad boy off. Now this bad boy, it actually goes into my Chaos Warrior army and is Chaos Warriors and Michael Khorne with great weapons. Okay, so I'm going to get some colours, sort some colours out, and I'll be back to you in a second. Right, let me run you through the colours. I've got Venison Grey. That's an airbrush. This is the airbrush version. It's a little bit watery, but for the hooves. Rhinox hide is what the excuse me. Rhinox hide is what I use for the banner. That's going to be for any other little bits and pieces, and I'll probably do the hair with that, and then dry brush it with a light colour. Retributor armor is for some gold bits. Some beaten copper for some cool night symbols. I've got some Screaming Skull on there. I think all the skulls and stuff are done, but I think the horns I should be doing the Screaming Skull. That's them colours. And then I have, sitting up here on the side, some Khorne Red. Okay, where are we? Some Khorne Red and some Baneblade Brown there for dry brushing after. Okay, let's get started. Again guys, I'm still, learning where to hold the model and have the camera angles and everything else. So if I do something wrong, I do apologise. Now the rest of my guys in the unit, I didn't paint their skin, I left their skin black. Okay, so it's a bit of a cheat, but this makes it easier for me. So first thing I do, I'm going to retribute our armour. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to get all of these, the hair on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to just do the edges of this, and you know, if there's any other little bits I'm going to do with gold, I'll do that with that with that then. I'm losing my voice for some reason, guys, I apologise. See you in a second. Right, I'm going to go now with some bit of copper, and I'm going to get all the rest of these symbols. One thing I love about beaten copper, because it's a metallic paint, as you excuse me, you can probably see that it's metallic-y then going into silver, less the paint that's on there. Get these cups as well. So you see on the axe there, it just really blends in nice. Right, now I'm going to paint these hooves with that grey colour. Because these hooves have a little slit in the front there, what I initially need to do is just dry brush it across the top. Okay. I forgot he's got fur on his legs. Of course he'd have fur, he's a beastman. Right, I'm actually going to paint these horns with this grey as well. Now if you're a regular here, you know I always say this, when you're painting something circular, if you try and like not paint it up and down but dry brush around it, it carries on giving you the circular motion. You see his horn there? Yeah. It's very nice and circular. I don't know if you heard that just a second ago. I think that was a bat flying around outside. Yeah, that grey dry is nice, doesn't it? Look at it. Let's look at the hooves on it. Where are we? Look at the hooves, look pretty good. I was not getting the focusing right. I'm really not getting the focusing right. Is that the reason why? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Sorry guys, I need to learn how to get the focusing correct on this. Like I said, I'm getting there. So I'm gonna go Rhinox. Should I go Rhinox hide? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Rhinox hide on that fur actually. I know it's supposed to be looking like leather, but I can easily do a few colours on that, change that down, really darken it and lighten it and stuff like that. Right, I'm gonna get the red and start giving it a dry brush. If you're regular here, you know what I'm about to do. Paint on the finger and then start dry brushing away. Because this is wearing chain, I want to go against the chain. Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole. So I want some silver coming through. That's the way that I paint these Khorne guys. So I want their armor to look like it's blood soaked, but not all the way. Got his hair, of course I did. That's not the end of the world. That's the beauty of having a wet palette there. So I don't have to go searching for a colour again. I can just whack a colour off of there and away we go. This is actually the last model of that unit to have painted up. As you see, it's an absolutely fantastic model. It's an absolutely fantastic sculpt. Let's get the hair a little bit of a dark brown. Now I'm jumping straight into Screaming Skull. And I'm going to dry brush that on the top of the banner. Now don't panic with Screaming Skull because it goes on, it's a layer paint. I always say this, it goes on really bright and it dulls down afterwards. So you've got no panic with that. It looks amazing with the Rhinox hide. Little bug. Out of it. This anytime, the problem will come out this time of the morning. This time of year, the light's on next to me, and the bugs go, "Oh, what's that bright light? Let me go and see what it is." Get out of it. I once saw a demon prince that was modelled and painted, kit bashed and all that business, and they had resin at the bottom, and it was like a swampy area, but they cast the resin, and a fly had come in and just literally just sat on the resin and got stuck and died in the resin. It was looked brilliant because it was like a great demon and Nurgle, but it was just you couldn't plan it, you know. Right, I'm going to go for Bane Blade Brown, which is a layer paint, and we're going to carry on dry brushing. I'm going to put a fur this time on the hair. This Bane Blade Brown seems to be on its way out. Again, Bane Blade Brown is a layer paint, so it's lovely, goes on nice, goes on like bright and dulls itself down. Also, I'm going to dry brush this axe handle with the same Blade Blade Brown. And some of you are going to say, "But hold on, you've just done the fur on the leg, and is it not going to just look like one piece?" No, because the fur on the leg has Rhinox hide underneath it, so it's going to give it a totally different look. What I'm going to do with the leg as well is go over it a bit more. And his little goatee as well. Right. There's two colours I've forgotten to get out, which is not a big issue. I'm going to grab those two colours. I'll be back to you in a second, guys. Right, so white scars layer paint for the skulls, and a Phasian camo shade for the gold, and a little quick wash down here and there. It's a shake actually. I'm doing for time 20 minutes, not too bad. Again, doing the skulls, and I take the dry brush onto the skulls. So I really want the skulls to pop nice. This is pretty much the center model in that whole unit. So, and if I said it's a centerpiece of that unit, what I mean by that is there's a lot of detail on this model. I mean, there's a lot of detail on all of them, to be honest, but this one, so I'm not even doing it on camera, sorry guys. But this one really needs a bit of a what I'm doing is giving it a little dry brush. As I said, it's been extremely sculled on top of black undercoat. this white scars again is a layer paint. So when I've done the first light dry brush on it, if I'm not happy or I want to go over again, I can go over again. And all it's going to do is give me different shading on the skulls. See, I don't like the ones on the banner now, don't look bright enough for me. So I'm going to give them a gentle little, not the whole thing, just a little bit, just across the nose and the ridge, the bottom ridge of the eyes. So just this one, it's going to have a little stroke on top as well. Okay, see how they're popping now. Now I'm going in with a bit more paint on the brush, but I'm still giving it a little, I say dry brush, I don't even know what this term's called, but I'm not dry brushing, I'm just speckling it basically. Just trying to get as much in the areas that I want to really brighten it up. Okay. I'll do the same on the top. I love painting skulls. If you guys haven't checked out my Children's of Chaos weekly Wednesday video, it's a way back. It's way back, but it's worth a look actually. I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to dry brush you. Dry brush the horns with the white as well. Just a gentle dry brush. Want it to really stand out and really pop. And the horns are rigid anyway, so it's quite easy. Now, that's looking fantastic. Alright, listen, don't worry if in the course of me painting this on this video that it keeps going in and out of focus. Still trying to learn how to keep it in focus the whole time, but I will show you pictures at the end anyway, as I always do. And hopefully next week, once I've sorted this area out here, I'll be spot on then. Maybe not the first video or painting video, but hopefully after that I'll be spot on what I'm doing. Right, so let's give the gold a wash down. Frozen camo shade. Giving the handle, the weapon, a little gentle wash down as well. So it just dulls everything down. And there we have it, guys. Nice and easy. And actually gets a little relief off my shoulders because he's been sitting there for months and months and months. As most of my models over here have been sitting here for months and months and months. Absolutely shocking. Anyway guys, I'll see you in a second. Some nice pretty pictures. Just to give you a quick idea, look, this is what I have over here. Still to try and get through and we'll figure out. You can see that there's a few of them on there that you'll see that the Juggernaut there, the imprints thing over there, that needs to be flocked. There's more over the back here. It's absolutely everywhere. Anyway guys, I'll show you some pictures. Anyway guys, I just cut myself off. I'll show you some pretty pictures. It's also got out of focus for some reason. See them skulls? Look amazing, don't they? Anyway guys, if you like this video and it's helped you in any way, please like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I'll see you next week. Hopefully next week next week I'm on holiday, so hopefully there'll be loads of painting videos up. So guys, until next week, see you later.